New Zealand, a country once famous for easy housing, stable life, and the world-famous Kiwi Dream. But today, that dream is collapsing fast. Why? Because prices are up, interest rates are high, and young, skilled New Zealanders are leaving the country in record numbers. Let's break down exactly what went wrong and why New Zealand is losing people to Australia like never before. After COVID, everyone thought New Zealand would recover quickly, but inflation kept rising, interest rates kept climbing, and suddenly buying a house, even living comfortably, became almost impossible for young New Zealanders. The biggest warning sign? In just 1 year, 46,400 Kiwis left the country, most of them moving to Australia. New Zealand is now losing talent and depending more and more on foreign workers. That's a recipe for long-term instability. The policy shock. In 2022, inflation jumped to 7.2%, so the Reserve Bank slammed the brakes, raising the OCR higher and higher. Mortgage rates jumped from 3.2% to 5.9%. Household repayment stress doubled. Middle-class families struggled the most. Many said enough and left for Australia. High interest meant people spent more on loans and less on shopping, so consumption dropped. The economy slowed. By late 2025, the Reserve Bank finally cut rates to 2.5%, hoping to restart growth. But the damage is already done. People have left and confidence is low. 4. Global risks. Kiwi farmers work day and night, dairy, meat, exports. But the global market is shaking, especially in China. China buys 20 to 25% of New Zealand's exports. So when China slowed down, Kiwi farmers felt it immediately. Dairy and meat prices jumped 1 month, crashed the next. Small farmers suffered the most. Big exporters got most of the profit. Income became unstable. Farm families became vulnerable. New Zealand became more exposed to global shocks. 5. The Trans-Tasman brain drain. This is the biggest story of 2025. 46,400 New Zealanders moved to Australia this year, a record high. Why? 1. Australia pays much more. Sydney weekly income, Australia $1,440. That's NZ $440 more than Auckland. 2. Monthly gap is huge. A Kiwi earns NZ $1,760 less every month. 3. Yes, Australia is expensive, but wages are much higher. Sydney is 6% costlier than Auckland. Rent is higher too, but disposable income in Australia is still far greater. Even in cheaper cities like Gold Coast, people earn AZ $488 more per month after tax. No government support in NZ, not even $14 per fortnight, can close that gap. For skilled workers, moving to Australia is simply the logical choice. And every time someone leaves, New Zealand loses innovation, leadership, and long-term productivity. 6. Conclusion. The 2025 budget tries to ease household pressure. Cheaper prescriptions, higher eligibility for Super Gold rebates, extra $14 per fortnight for low-income families. These are helpful, but they do not fix the big problems. Low productivity, wage gap with Australia, weak investment, structural barriers for businesses, and the growing brain drain. The IMF and OECD predict recovery in 2026, but only if New Zealand takes bold action. To truly rebuild the Kiwi Dream, New Zealand must strengthen innovation and investment, support young companies, improve infrastructure, modernize public services, build high-value industries, and create wages competitive with Australia. Without these reforms, the Kiwi Dream won't return, and the brain drain will continue.